How's it going, everyone? Back with another stream today. We're going to be kind of ironing out some more slots. Um, I've been debating between having three or four drops. I know it's kind of between Sheoldred or Kalitas. I mean, there's other options like Masika's Chariot, Soren, etc., etc. But I think, based on Rakdos as well, I think Sheoldred and Kalitas are the most powerful four drops. It's just a matter how many. I think last time I had like two four drops, and then nine three drops if you would count Mammoth as a three drop. But this time I was kind of like debating, um, how can we maximize the number of four drops, which is three. I want to see if we can fit three and be okay. Because that way, if we can, the last build we had two Shielder in the main, one Cletus, or two Cletus in the side. Like, if we move a Cletus to the main, that opens up a sideboard slot, which is for a second Noxious Grasp, which is what I really like. Um, and then from there, I feel like we need a 25th land for sure. Because, as you notice, there's only two Briarbridge Tracker on this list. I do really like three Briarbridge Trackers, but I think if we're going to go with three four drops, I think we really need the Mammoth as a land, and in that case, we cut the Tracker. So this is kind of a configuration we're going to try today. See how it feels, see if it's clunky. I may go down to just two four drops. Oh crap. Two four drops. Move a Briarbridge Tracker back into the main, so we have back up to three, and then move this Cleese to the sideboard. So this is kind of where we're going to be trying out today before we start trying to test out the mana traders. So yeah, this is kind of the thought process of these kind of minor changes. I'm also back up to 4 trophy to decay. For those who aren't in Discord, you guys can join that. I think the link's in the YouTube description. Um, but I think the consensus is that we just want 4 trophy as the meta is going back to mono green. It's going a little bit bigger with Fires of Invention, Enigmatic Incarnation, cards like that, decks like that. So I think it's just more important to have trophy. I think if the meta goes back down to more of a low to the ground build decks with like mono white, mono red spirits, I think decay is better as a 3-3 split. But as like Rakdos is winning, like if Rakdos becomes really popular, obviously you want more decays. But I think the meta is shifting back to decks that beat Rakdos, so it's the go bigger decks, which is where I think it's really important to have a more Assassin's Trophy. Go big, go with 5, go big or home. I'm not a fan of that. That's a little too clunky for my taste, unfortunately. How's it going, Russ? Have you tested elves in this? I have not. I have. It's kind of on my low priority list, to be honest. Um, I think I'll push this for now. And this is where Assassin's Trophy is obviously a lot worse. Because if they have like a Thalia follow up here, we want to decay it. We really don't want to Assassin's Trophy it. Hi, Insight. So I'm down to Thoughtseize and attack. Another Sheoldred. It's not where we want to be. So we're drawing the wrong 4-drop here. We really want the Kalitas in this matchup for sure. Brutal Cathar. So I'll take one Brutal Cathar, I think. So I'm thinking of... I'll let them attack. Play Shepherd Dunes. Thought Brutal Cathar me. They have a hopeful initiate Shepherd Tunes. I think I'm hoping I draw a 4th land here. I also just let it resolve, but then they just kind of a Lunar Grasp and just constantly growing. I think I take this. I'll let them Brutal Cathar me. I don't think Epic Downfall is a main deckable card, unfortunately. I think our removal, the removal that we have access to, is already good. Like, I'd rather have like a fourth decay than that. Oh, that's a good draw, I guess. If we're not gonna draw a fourth land, that's a good draw. We'd like a fourth land for Sheoldred, though. I should have done this on my turn. Play around Brave the Elements. I got really lucky there. I'm not thinking. Land. Should have been more specific. I think a race favors me. Because I'm going to slam the Sheoldred next turn. For Kalitas, for Sheoldred, you see them more often. Not wrong. Not wrong. It looks like they're just flooding. So they didn't draw Adeline or anything. They could have drawn Brave the Elements, that's for sure. They could just have this as a blocker. Looks like that's not the case. Sheoldred is looking pretty good here. What am I playing around? Oh, playing around Agonjo, right? I'll play around Agonjo. I'll play around Agonjo. So if the last card is Agonjo, I attack. They can block here, and then Agonjo this. They take 3, and then they take 2 from Sheoldred. Can't activate that yet. Sheoldred looking good, huh? Sheoldred looking good. Sheoldred looking good. The second Noxious Grasp is going to be pretty clutch here, as is the second Ritual Suit. Kalitas is going to be good. We can pour out the Sheoldred, even though she did do great though. We may want the next couple extinction events. I think Lilianas are bad. I think I'll board out these 2 drops. Run the extinction event. I think this is fine. I think this is fine post conversion. I like Thoughtseize because it takes out their Brave the Elements. They're always sandbagging the Brave Elements. So it's I've tried boarding out Thoughtseize in this matchup, Russ. Maybe it's just a different deck style because I think I saw you play mono black. I think it's just a different build. Like I can see Thoughtseize being worse in the type of deck that you play, but in this type of deck, Black and Rock, I think Thoughtseize is really important. Based on my experiences, I might be wrong. I think my build has changed, so maybe it's I need to reassess. Um, because this is based on like the history of me playing of Rock, and the build has definitely changed, right? Um, so could be wrong, but I've really liked Thoughtseize. Another extinction event. I really want to play around Extraction Specialist. That's what I really want to do. But I don't think I can do that because they're going to be able to Extraction Specialist next turn. I think I have to push this down. Fortunately. The Rock is the worst deck I ever top eight. Was it the deck have Spirit Mongered or God, that's Squirrel card. Ooh, Thoughtseize is a good draw. I think I'm gonna opt to Thoughtseize instead of play a 2-drop here because I want to play on Extraction Specialist. Brave the Elements. That Egon just kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. I think I take the Brave because we have the Decay. Because I have double extinction events, like, do we really care about the Brave Elements? It kind of nullifies the Decay, though. The funny thing is if we, I guess that doesn't really work. I was gonna say, like, if they had both of these cards, like, we could Decay Athalia, and then they can't Brave the Elements it. I think I'll take the Thalia. And then I'll play the Scoos. I could take the Brave. They play Thalia. Attack for 2. This Scoos kind of stonewalls them. I guess we could... Yeah, I think we just take the Brave. And then that way, if they... we can always just Decay the Thalia end step and then Extinction Event. It's good to think about both options, though. I think it's close. They play the Eiganjo, which is really good for us. They play a 1-drop. So this is nice setup now. So now they top deck Extraction Specialist. It's not going to do anything. Humans is getting a massive upgrade in the new set. I haven't really paid attention to the new set, unfortunately, so I don't know what card you're talking about, unfortunately. A Scoos can single-handedly just hold off a whole crew, huh? So we can't Decay plus Eat, unfortunately. Scoos is about to take over the game, though. As his Extinction Event name odd in a bit. Guess it doesn't hurt just to do this. I don't hate waiting a turn for this extinction event. One mana 2-1, like a tough worst book. Oh, that card's pretty good. That card's pretty good. Bye. Casual 3 for 1. So this is activated as a sorcerer, I believe. Don't forget that it's also a human. It's funny. Okay. Fatal push. So I'll play around Brave the Elements here. They draw Brutal Gathar or something. This goose single-handedly just like fucked our opponent. Just single-handedly. People ask, why are you playing green? Just play red. Red is just the best color in the format right now. While you're not wrong, scavenging users a pretty good incentive to go green. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm glad the extinction event worked out too. That was a nice 3 for 1 there. You're playing green because you're not a filthy nut decker. I'm also just a stubborn person who likes playing colors I like. You know, it's not like I have a strategic I mean, there are strategic reasons, but the primary reason is to stick Golgari, because I like Golgari. I like Abzan, I like Golgari. It's not to say I haven't played Jund or Rakdos or anything in the past. Oh man, this hand is really painful. Holy cow. Forget it's like a red deck where like butt fucked with this hand. Like, this is the one time out of like 8 to 10 leagues where the land arrow waste, the triple land arrow waste, have actually butt fucked us here. But let's take a look. These trophies are also kind of like iffy in the early game too. I think I'm gonna mull in this hand. Turn 1, turn 2. I think I'll need the castle late game. Yeah. Ooh, that could have been rough because if I need to thirst something. Oh, interesting. Thoughtseize. It's Thoughtseize here. Ugh. I'll take the Rankle. I don't think we can beat a Rankle. They're far off casting the Rankle though. I could take the push, but then the Rankles is what's gonna screw us later in the game. I could take the push, and then this Werewolf Pack Leader stonewalls them. God, but if this Rankle is just so hard to deal with. If we take the push, so next turn they'll play the Knight, attack us for 2. Next turn we can thirst this Knight. Because we don't have a green source to play this pack leader. We take another 2, and then it's kind of from there, whatever they draw. The discipline play is to take the push, but like the scary play is to take the rankle, right? The rankle is just what really fucks, especially with the Bloodsoak champion. Like if we had a trophy in our hand, I could leave the rankle. I think I'm gonna take the push. We're worried about 2 turns from now. That's what we're worried about, Russ. Why no Elder Gargaroth? I really like Elder Gargaroth. I much rather have the Kalitas, or Hanger Back Walk on the sideboard. Oh, we just easy, huh? Easy. So there's this. So then we take another 2. We go down and take another 2. I wonder if they just animate Mutable. They do. Trespassers. Interesting draw. Okay. So we need to draw something decent. So this castle comes in the way on tap, which is what I missed here. Oh, that's a clutch draw. Absolutely clutch. Soul Thoughtseize. Take the rankle. So we can take 4. This Werewolf Packler actually might deter an attack. They draw push that really fucks us. I think the high upside play is just to play a pack leader and deters both attacks. If we just decay here, we take 4 anyway. If we play a pack leader, it might deter an attack completely and just attack with the trespasser. So I think we just need to play this pack leader. I think it's the play that least deters them from attacking with everything. Okay. Oh, another trespasser. Yikes. Okay. Deathcap Glade. I think we're in... The Urborg's actually pretty good here. Because they can cast this cut down and we can't block with this Quagmire, which is actually pretty huge. I'll block here. Decay here. Nope. Ranger class. Ranger class can get cut down. Oh, man. Maybe I should have... No, this is a punt. I should have left up 4 mana and blocked with this. That was a punt. I should have just let them attack me. Now I have to chump here. They could exile the trespasser. How do we get out of this? A Liliana? No, Liliana won't work here. Trophy. Yeah, I should just level it up. Now we just hope they don't have a push. So we can't animate and trophy and block. So we just have to let this go. So there's a last card, a fatal push, or a cut down. You can go to 1. Looks like they have a push. Alright, we need a top deck, that's for sure. Any creature would be fine. A push would technically stabilize us. Okay, that's... If they animate Mutavault on attack, we have an out. Ooh. I think that was bad for us. Well, we'll make them kill us. They have lethal. Opponent forgot that our Quagmire was a man land, so they could just not attack with the Mutavault. They attack with Mutavault. Okay. Mono black, you say? So the easy thing is -4 Thoughtseize, +4 of these grindy cards. I think Hearse is okay. Kalitas is fine. Maybe we trim a Sheoldred. I think Liliana's subtly kind of not great. Might just trim 1. I think this is a fine configuration. Yeah, I think the misplay was was playing the Ranger class instead of holding a mana for pack leader. This actually like nicely blocks that, so we'll just do that. I was kind of scared to cut down, but okay. Liliana the Veil. How do we want to lose to Liliana the Veil? That's the real question. We can go pack leader, hold up push. They Liliana us, that sucks. But then we can push and then Liliana minus them. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna push the underdog. And then I'll Scoos plus eat it. Mammoth as a 25th land is kind of clutch here, actually. So this is +1 for that card for sure. I'm not going to block. They have a follow-up play. Sure. This can become a 4/5. So we can play Walker. What does that do? It doesn't do anything really. Like a Lily minus. I think that's what we're gonna do. They'll probably sack a knight. And then we can block the trespasser with the Scoos. If they just attack with the knight, we're just gonna take it. Okay. Mono Bloodsoak Champions. Jesus. If they just attack with the knights, we just take it. Oh. Sorry. My mic, I need to get a new mic. I think it's frustrating. I was gonna say the semi-jar power is actually like that's kind of the pro of that card, right? So I'm trying to be if I need an animate ranger class, freaking trophy here. I think I just passed the turn. I think I have the trophy this turn. Yeah. I think I'll block like this. Make them pump. And then we can trophy this. Trophy's a good draw. Sheoldred. Oh, baby. They didn't bring it back. Oh. Guess you can do it instant speed, huh? Yeah, I think 4 trophies is just where we want to be. And then Sheoldred just cleaning up the mess. Sweet. Hangerback Walker. Do we want sweepers post board? I think I want sweepers post board, especially with like the blood soaked champions, the knights. I think I want it on the draw. Or at the lily. Or at the Sheoldred. Yeah, I agree. I mean, they may have Kalitas, but not from what we've seen, right? All the bank busters. So they don't attack, so they can't bring it back. Underdog. Oh, we got punished. Not that we would probably block anyway. I don't think we have enough time to just roll out Bankbuster like that. The Liliana minus, that just really fucks us. But if they Liliana minus, they're just gonna bring back the Bloodsoaked Champion. I'm gonna play the Bankbuster. Oh, damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I think I'll spend the turn to decay this Lifebane zombie. Maybe these Bankbusters aren't exactly what we want post-board. Because they are slightly on the aggro axis, right? You've taken one out, Mark. Oh, ouch. Can't crew this either. God damn it. This deck just applies so much pressure, it's ridiculous. Scavenging was a good draw, that's for sure. As long as I don't have another removal spell. I think I'll have to discard this Bankbuster, I think. Yikes. trophy. We draw off the Bank Buster. Then you just animate the Hive. Do we need this Hydra to block? I guess so. We can animate the Hydra for 2, block something, and then trophy another. Shock. Shock. If we shock in for 2, 6. We need this mana to make into a 3/3 to crew, so we have enough. So we have to shock in. I'll probably just plus first. So I think we need to just play this, keep this 2 in our hand. Lily plus. We can animate the layer for 3. Blocks this. Trophy something else. Yeah. We have to keep this land in our hand, unfortunately. We really need like a Kalitas. Oh, well, that really fucking sucks. That was a really good draw. They just double mutable attack. I think we're dead. Yeah, these big busters were not great, for sure. Maybe they weren't correcting the board in this matchup. Maybe on the play, but not on the draw. I thought this match would be a little bit more grindier, but I was incorrect. That's for sure. Live and you'll learn, I guess. Live and you'll learn. Although I do really like that Briarbridge Tracker plus Ranger class combo. Like that kind of felt nice game too. Meatball pushes the deck so far. Yeah, agreed. Agreed. The Mutabots are a lot of pressure. Like that turn, like the Hive literally kills us the next turn. So it's like the line is like, do we just trophy the Hive? But then if we trophy the Hive, they just go with the 2 Mutabots. It's like Extinction Event is in and out because my opponent has an odd and an even. So maybe the misplay was pushing the champion on turn 1. Maybe that was just a misplay. Maybe I should be saving the push in that spot. I don't know. It's tough. Tough call. I like to go first. We could get punished here. I could go waste on 1 and then try to push something. Maybe that was a correct play. End up not mattering. Cards. We're against mono green. Okay. So they put card in their hand. So I could trophy this land. think I'd rather just get a Lily in play. Scavenging Ooze would probably be the best draw. Because if they draw OGT, we can eat the OGT. Yeah, so Scavenging would be the best draw. It's too slow. So we could Karn them. Or sorry, they could Karn us. So we could Lily minus. Maybe they'll put it on the forest. This forest. With the Kiorium play. I think we just attack them. We just trophy this now? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They Karn. Wish they really put it on that land. That would be nice, but. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can Karn minus, get a 2. Okay, so I'm glad I trophied main phase because I have to nick those. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. 7 mana. So they can Karn plus 3. Oh, they're just gonna Cavalier, sure. Oh man. Oh my god, they could do everything, huh? They can Karn plus boat now. They're just gonna storm. I think that's a little greedy. I think they should have Karn plus boated. There's an argument to like trophy the Kiora, but they actually just naturally hit the Karn. That's fine. We can't beat the sport state. How's it going, Andrew? And Jesse and Chaos. Hope you're doing well. Noxious Grasp, Extinction Event. Kalitas. Cut the 2 Sheoldred. I think the Lilianas are a little meh. Try that. Okay, well, these one-landers are easy to mulligan, I guess, huh? We'll go Death Cab Glade 1, Pack Leader on 2, and then Scoos on 3. Sucks that we don't have a push. Beseiju. We need like an extinction event off the top. That's how we win this game. Or just like actual removal would be good too. With the Kalitas especially. Okay. Cavalier, okay. Another elf. Yeah, so we need trophy or extinction event or something. Fortunately, this pack leader is not great. So I could play Scoos here. That was a good, Ginger. Thanks for everybody. Appreciate it. How's your stream? Hope it went well. We're against Mono Green. We kind of got destroyed game 1. This is game 2 post board. Debating between playing Scavenging Ooze here. That kind of sets us up for a trophy if we draw it. I feel like if we play the second pack later, it really doesn't do anything because they reveal Cavalier out with Oath of Nissa. We can't really attack through. Like, playing the second pack lead really doesn't accomplish much. So I think we go for the upside of playing Scavenging Ooze. See if we draw a Noxious Grasp, an Assassin's Trophy, 6 draws to destroy this Cavalier, eat it with Scavenging Ooze, and then we can attack and still get a draw trigger off pack leader. But we do need a lot of help off the top, otherwise we're kind of screwed. It's interesting that they put the Haven on a different land game 1, and in this game they put the Haven on the same land when they both have access to Cura. That's what's really weird. That's just a weird play pattern. They could have done this last game and they didn't. It makes sense to do it this game. It's just weird that they chose not to. Alright, Assassin's Trophy 1 time. Assassin's Trophy. Oh, we gotta eat that storm. Assassin's Trophy, Noxious Grasp. 1 time. Extinction Event. Okay, that plays. That certainly plays. So now we can play the Beseiju. Noxious Grasp it. And then, so for those who don't know this interaction with Scavenging Ooze and Cavalier, if you read Cavalier, it says when it dies, you may exile it. If you do, sorry, they just disappeared. If you do, put another target card from your graveyard on top of the library. So they can choose this Cavalier. As long as we choose exile the Cavalier that died, this card does not go on top. Just for people who don't know that interaction. So now we get to attack with this pack leader, which is great. Now we used to dodge the top, their top decks for a while. So we can double attack Cura. Draw. If we draw a push, I still think we have to eat the storm here. So do that. And we'll eat the storm here. And the next turn I might play Kalitas. Depending on what they draw here. We just need them to whiff. That kind of doesn't count, I guess. Yeah, I would not be mad if they Bandit those. They whiffed, they found an Elvish Mystic. That's good for us. Okay. Could be worse, could be worse. Could be worse. Okay. Okay. It's a lot of tokens. I think we just attack opponent. They double block the wolf. Doesn't matter. Double block the wolf. We get a trigger. They double block the wolf. I think I might want to... They could also triple block the scoobs and trade. Are we okay with that? I think so. I don't think they would do that. I don't think they would triple block. So like if we want to be able to activate this and then eat something with scoos, we want to play the castle. If we think we're just gonna only activate this, then we would rather play the Quagmire. But if I want to do this post board, if I want to do this in the middle of combat, I have to make the decision now. We already have the Hive actually, so I don't think we need to play the Quagmire this turn. So I'll play the oh, I don't have a swamp in play. I'm an idiot. Okay, it's actually fine. It doesn't really matter. Well, it actually does matter because if I draw a land that I would rather have, that affects it. I think I leave the Kiora. No, I think I have to attack the Kiora because if they draw any threat, that's worse for us. Okay, Fatal Push is not a bad draw. Because now if they double block, if they triple block the werewolf, that's our mission accomplished there. Wow. So we can push a wolf, eat something. That block really benefited us for sure. Eat a Cavalier. That Cure dies. Play Pack Leader. And now we are in a very good spot. So now next turn we attack, we draw 2 cards. I might even proactively just play the Kalitas, so if they block, cool. If they block, we get zombies. So I'll probably play the Kalitas first. I think we keep this the same post board. There's an argument to go Sheoldred over Trespassers. Or like even Ranger classes. Just because Sheoldred can block OGTs. And the games go along, the drain mana actually matter. I like the underdog because it can haste. Maybe we just work the Ranger classes. The 2-2 really matters. Let's try that. Okay. We have the best card of the matchup and a bunch of green mana and trophy, so what did they reveal? What did they reveal? They're in the tank for this oath, huh? They are in the tank for this oath. Karn, you say? Karn, you say? Caryatid. Noxious Grasp. Because they play the Caryatid, I was going to play Skoos. If they have a 4-drop, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to play the Werewolf Path Leader. Because this is the card that can actually take down their Karn. If they go Karn minus, if they go Karn plus, I may be tempted to trophy. Oh, got punished. Got punished. So next turn I can grasp the troll, eat it with Skoos. God damn it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can Karn, they can... If they Cavalier, I'm going to Extinction Event. And then hopefully they actually mill a creature with this Cavalier. We can eat it with Skoos. Oh, fuck. Fucking A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have 1 mana left over with this Cavalier. I really wanted the Cavalier, actually. Their hand is Karn Cavalier Unknown. I'm tempted to just trophy this Nykthos. Problem is if they... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could trophy the Nykthos. The Cavalier. Draw off Kiora. I kind of want to Sandbed's Extinction Event for one more turn just to answer this Cavalier. Am I going to be activating Scoos this turn? If they go, if they go land, their last card isn't unless they drew a Nykthos off this Kiora. If they drew Nykthos off this Kiora, I trophy the Nykthos. They have a land, so if they play Nykthos, it's 6, 7, 8, 9. So they 6, 7, 8, 9 float 4, untap. If they hit a storm, they flashback storm. That's the only way we lose. That's how we get super punished. I don't think they'd Karn minus. They don't have enough mana. So I think I play the underdog, trophy the Nykthos, and then pass. I think that's the highest upside play. I think we need to do this. We need a play to win. So if they Cavalier, that's fine. They get Karn. I feel like their best play is a Cavalier here. So they whiffed on Storm and they didn't hit Nykthos. Okay. Rewarded, yeah. So now we can Extinction Event, kill both walkers, draw a card. So name, odd. And we get to draw a card too. A land wouldn't be bad, just to hit our land drops. So this will kill Karn. This will attack Kiora. This will attack Kiora. A land, again, like a land drop wouldn't be bad. Cool. Especially basic forest. So they could boat here. Probably kill our Scoos. And then we have a backup Scoos. We get to still draw a card we attack with Pack Leader. If they kill my Scoos, there's an argument to not eat anything, so then there's more stuff in the graveyard. If anything, it might be worth it just to eat the Karn or the Nissa. Probably the Nissa. We have the Grasp, actually. Let's eat the Karn. Okay. So I'll save the land drop in case I draw like a high rare layer or something, like a man land that I would want to play first. Case in point. Although I don't think I'll leave it open. I think I'll have 4 mana open just to Whiskers. Now a trophy and grasp in our hand, like we're in a decent spot. Okay. Okay. I could realistically just trophy this land. Because all they're going to do is make a couple wolves. They can crew the Sky Sovereign. We have 1 grasp left over. I think I trophy here. Maybe that's a little greedy because they have the boat, but... Wow, they conceded the game. So we'd make this into a 4/4. Thoughtseize. Okay, well, their hand's probably nothing. We attack. I honestly think I just hack with... just at our opponent. We draw push. I honestly don't hate pushing the Mystic here. This would be a 4. I can go push 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be 5, 8, 6, 10. We wouldn't force lethal, but be a good spot. Cool. Cool. Beat the menace of the format. Scavenging Ooze is the main, the key card in that matchup for sure. I don't know if it was correct to trophy. I just feel like I really wanted to take away our opponent's outs, right? Like if they get to make the wolf tokens, they get to crew the boat at that point. And like you could tell that they didn't really have anything else going on. So I think in that exact spot, I think it's correct. I rarely do trophy the Nykthos, but it seemed correct there for sure. We have a lot of interaction in this hand. Which turns out it's going to be good for us here. Underdog. So I can go Overgrown Tomb tapped. But then if I want to double spell, like push plus thirst, I can't do that. If I go Deathcap Glade, I can shock in, but that's not the best. I think I just go Overgrown Tomb tapped. I think I shock it in actually, now that I think about it. I'll hold up push, and then I can curve out with Underdog next turn, and then the following turn I can go Decay plus Thirst. Because if there's like an idol on here, I want to definitely push this, right? So we'll go to 14. So Thirst that. Or, sorry, push that. So now I'm glad, because now this Underdog can theoretically block this Firebrand. If they spend a removal spell on it, that's fine. We can now Decay plus Thirst. They're playing the Torbrand mono red deck. Interesting. Torbrand is more reason to play Trophy too, that's for sure. Luckily we have Decay instead of the Trophy in this spot though. Oh, yikes. Man. We need Scavenging Ooze, Graveyard Trespasser. Any of those would be fine. Not more lands. I think I'm gonna have to save this Decay for this Bone Crusher Giant. We drew a lot of interaction. We had a lot of interaction in our opener, and then we drew Underdog and land, so that's not where we want to be. We're gonna have to just take this 2. Unfortunate. Go to 8. Again, we need like Trespasser or Kalitas or Sheoldred. Scavenging Ooze is also sufficient here. Scavenging is also sufficient. I'm going to eat now because I want them, if they have double burn spell, I don't want them to be able to double kill my Skoos. So that was kind of a clutch straw here. Another backup threat would be great, because then we can start attacking. Oh, Oh, do they have double stomp? No way. Oh, they're just gonna spend all their resources killing it. Okay. Sure. Okay. Again, any threat would be great here. I think it might be worth it to blitz this. I know it takes 2, but we need help here. I'll play the Death Calculate in case I draw Fatal Push. What are you drawing? Okay. I mean, we still need help. Like, I think Kalitas would be the best draw here because we can go Kalitas plus push and we really stabilize the board. We go to 5 if we have to thirst this. Mammoth. 5. Push. Go to 3. I think I have to thirst this. This will attack for 2. I'm hoping that they animate Den and then attack. I hope that's their line. I have to push this. Oh, damn. That's a good draw. Okay. Liliana would be a good draw. Abrupt Decay. Thoughtseize is not a good draw. I cannot... Can I cast this Thoughtseize? No, right. That just like puts me to... That just makes me die. With the ruins. I'll say there's land or ways to attack, if need be. Kalitas. Trespasser. Sheoldred would be good. Kalitas would be good. Presumably their last 2 cards are gas, right? Because they've been missing their land drops. It could be another Annex. It's also a possibility. Do we attack with both? I think I just have to block with both. So they get 2 1/1s. Or 3 1/1s, right? Because the BCG was 2 power, yeah. Kalitas? That was the worst card. Oh, man. I mean, Annex makes Liliana look really embarrassing, huh? Sheoldred would also be good, but Sheoldred wouldn't gain us the life immediately. But it would be good, though. So, if they have lethal, I'm hoping the Liliana distracts them. Oh, they just ruins. Oh, they just. Okay, they just. Okay. They. Oh, so they are holding burn spells. Their hand was very good. Understood. Understood. Okay. I don't think Dress has any merit here. I do think we want these cards. Maybe we keep like 2 Thoughtseize. Kind of an underdog. Liliana seems fine too, actually, now that I think about it. We cut the Gargoth because I wanted to try 2 Kalitas, or 2 Sheoldred main, 2 Kalitas side originally. And then we're moving 1 Kalitas main. We have 1 Kalitas side. And it's hard to make room for Kalitas, 2 Bank Busters, and a Hanger Backwalker. I could probably cut 1 Bank Buster for an Elder Gargoth, though. I think I may make that change. I think I want that change, actually. And I really like this Mammoth here because, like, I was thinking about cutting this card, but, like, there's a lot of matches where we just board in a bunch of 4s, and just having a 25th land just seems really good. I don't think I want an Extinction Event. I think we actually want actual Ritual Suit. Maybe we can see cutting a Sheoldred. Yeah, I think I'm going to add him back in over a Bank Buster. I think that's a change. Because I agree. Like the when I have that card, it just like destroys decks. I mean, Rakdos has Dreadbore and stuff, right? But you just gotta make him have it, you know. Sheoldred's been good. It won us 2 games earlier. It's given us the reach, which is all you can really ask for, right? So it's been okay for me. I think I'll play the Urborg here. Sheoldred's definitely better again. Like, there's matchups where Sheoldred's like way better than Kalitas. Blue Red is one of them. Blue Red Phoenix is one. Oh no, please don't fucking just go off. Don't go off, please. Oh, that's sufficient. You'll until next step. Oh, decay, Karizev. Scooz is a good draw. I'll shock this in because I want to. If I keep drawing lands, I want to keep this Besagi to answer the Kumano card, right? I think I'm gonna play Trespasser. It's a card that is less susceptible to Lightning Strike. It's just more durable. There's an argument to not eat the card for Scavenging Ooze, but I think if we get, I think Scavenger is gonna be the last card I play. I'm trying to get in this spot. I would kind of don't wanna Besage the Kumano yet. Eidolon, sure. I can also just Besage the Eidolon, which is hilarious. Which actually, that's actually what I might do here. And just don't take 2 damage. It's kind of aggressive, huh? Skills is kind of naked, but it's already naked as we're eating everything with the Trespasser. Let's see what fatty they play. And licensed first. Interesting. I would say that card does not impact me at all. I like that because there's nothing in the graveyard for unlicensed to get bigger. So I'll go like that. Now we have a tracker that can block. How's it going, Wally 1? Hope you're doing well. Okay. Liliana of the Veil. What is a profitable block for them? If they just trade BCG for Briarbridge Tracker? I think I just literally minus here. I could also just Ranger class, grow this, make this into a 5/4. They could trade double block here. I think I Ranger class and animate here actually. Because I feel like they can't really attack either. And then I'm not going to put anything in the graveyard to make this hearse. Like, I don't want to attack and then give them the option to make this hearse bigger. And then they can attack. I'd rather, like, set up my Liliana next turn and protect it. Yeah, I mean, the 3/4 Vigilance is also, like, very relevant, right? As we've learned with, like just... Ranger class has taught us that, like, power and toughness is very relevant in this format, you know? So... I think I'm at this spot. I think I'm okay with attacking this Briarbridge Tracker here. Make it bigger. Play pack leader and then pass. I could trophy. Or I get insta crack a clue. They're flooding. So here I'm going to take the opportunity to crack a clue. Try to draw a 5th land. Sweet. So I can go Lily plus trophy. Or Mammoth too. I think we just alpha here. So we'll draw. Pack leader is so good. Drawing cards is irreplaceable. Just werewolf tribal. Okay. Are we gonna be able to ambush them here? Yes, we are. Trophy the hearse. So now they can attack the Liliana, but I don't care. We have Quagmire plus Gluten Trigger as a minimum lethal. Oh, it's a lot of garbage time, that's for sure. Okay. Yikes. Maybe I shouldn't have kept this hand, but pushing the pack leader doesn't seem too bad. Because that's all a matchup we can't really mulligan either. Okay, trophy is could be worse. Could be worse. What is in their hand? Nightpack Ambusher? I don't see how that would improve our mid-range match, though. Oh. That's big. That's a big game right there. I guess it does make a token, though, right? That's a lot of resources they spent just to answer a World Pack Leader. So if they don't have an answer to this Kalitas, which if they double stomp my Pack Leader, don't think they would. That could be real sad next turn, yeah. For real. For real. Briarbridge Trackers also subtly a great draw too. Because now we can next turn Briarbridge Tracker plus Trophy. Sorry. Just knocking everything over. Oh. Yikes. Wow. Why would they attack like this? This was awful. Am I missing something? That makes no sense. Oh, we have to attack. I don't know if I attack with the 2/2. I think we chump with that. Chump the 2/2 with the hazard and the hazard, right? I think I'll block and then sack the zombie. I think that's the best use of our mana. And just hold a trophy in AP. Ambitious. Hey, Mike. Thanks for reading, buddy. How's it going? How's your stream? Hope it went well. Yeah, I'm going to wait on the trophy, too. I don't need the trophy right now. If they slam BCG here, oh, sure. Okay, now I can still wait, I believe. Yeah, I can still wait on the BCG. Can I? I could trophy. No, I should trophy now. I should just trophy now. Attack, play Briarbridge Tracker, and hold up and do that same line again. I'll go to 7, back up to 12. Yeah, I think that's the best play. Oh, Embercleave? It's just different styles, right? Different styles. Deck styles. Oh, Pack Leader's a great draw. It doesn't make sense for them to side it out, though. Well, if they ever draw Embercleave, we're dead anyway, so it doesn't matter. We have the swamp, so we can play the tracker, play the castle, and do it all. These are really ambitious attacks. I don't think we can beat Embercleave, right? 12, 10, yeah. We just lose Embercleave. It's fine. So now we have lethal. They had the lava coil. That's funny. The Seiju. Kalitas. They need to stop attacking. What are they doing? I don't get it. They're just like mindlessly balking or attacking. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5. No cards in hand, nothing in graveyard. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I go to 3. Presumably. Unless I'm missing something. I'm gonna play with my food at this point. If your opponent's gonna make me do this, I'm gonna go all out, okay? Okay. Whatever. I was going to chaos. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna finish this thing. I'll be right back. Sorry, muted. Should have played Kalitas and chopped over. Yeah, I know. So we have Thoughtseize, Push, Scavenging Goose, a lot of interaction. Oh no. This looks like that Gruul Possibility Storm deck. I just Thoughtseize here. I think I'd rather Thoughtseize here. So just Atarka aggro. I want to take the Soul Scar Mage. Like, then it just makes our spell removal spell so much better. Check. Okay. Yeah, it's just Gruul, Atarka aggro. It's actually not bad. I think I'll play the Valley. They attack. Fuck, they top deck the Emissary? Oh my gosh. Fucking A. Wow. 2, 4. I Thoughtseize the creature, and then they top deck 2 creatures in a row. So it really punished my Thoughtseize take, unfortunately. I think I take this. I think I just kill the Swiss Spear. Oh, yeah, for sure. This deck's great. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. So go back up to 9. Because I have to play with fire, I have to eat a Soul Scar Mage. Now this like Atarka command is like really good now. So I can block a BTE. Atarka's command is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I go to 1. Oh, I need to draw Fatal Push. And then they have this Play with Fire just to like fuck me. So if they at any point... Oh, we're just dead because they can just Play with Fire here. Nightclubber? I don't know what that card does, Chaos. If you don't mind just posting in the chat. Yep. Yep. We're also on the draw that game too, so it's always these aggro decks. Of course, it's always tough to be in the draw and be okay. I think I want all the 4 drops. Ironically, might be too slow. Brought out the Thoughtseize. Liliana might be a little too slow. The fact that they drew the Emissary was what really screwed us. Just about kind of underdog. There's argument to like keep Thoughtseize in just to take the BTE. But it's like, as you can see, that game 1, it's like if we Thoughtseize, it doesn't really matter. I think we just need to hope to just interact early enough and then like sweep the board. That's kind of like our game plan this matchup. Oh man, I Thoughtseize a Skull Scar like. Though being results oriented, right? I should have taken the Tarkus command knowing they drew 2 creatures, but like we had 1 Fatal Push. If we just literally take their Soul Scar Mage, push their Swiftspear, the only creature in their hand was a Bushwhacker. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. This is a really good hand. We can just, assuming they don't have a Burning Emissary nut hand, like this hand's pretty good. It's kind of awkward because, actually, it's not that awkward. This layer is kind of awkward because if they play something here, I think I'll push this. Like, if I wanted to double push, I would need to draw Black Source here. Oh, that's fine too. So I got... doesn't really get punished, I guess. I'll just play lair. So BTE hand would really fuck us. If they double threat, that's fine, because we could push plus Lily. If they have a single BTE, that's fine. BT plus Bushwhacker's fine. Okay. If they have a second BTE, it's kind of trouble. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So now we can... Liliana minus them. So they can Chain Whirler me. I don't know if this version has Chain Whirler. They have ways to answer the Liliana, that's for sure. We do need a threat, though. Yep, so that's Swiftspear. So a 2-drop would be great. That's a good draw. So we'll Thirst the Soul Scar Mage, play a Briarbridge Tracker, pass. This card would be interesting if there's a lot more X ones, but a lot of the aggro decks are not. That's not the case. Okay. Makes me feel silly, thirsting the Soul Scar Mage, but what do you do? Uh-oh. Okay. Oh my god. Well, we can luckily block this lair, block the BTE. Can't trade. 7, 11, 14. So we're just chumping with this lair. Just to make this a 1-1, then we can crack the clue in a turn. Oh, I'm not gonna crack the clue. Four, 8, 11. I don't think I go to 5. Oh, scavenging is a great draw. Do we cash in this extinction event right now? I don't think so. If we can go even, they have nothing. We can just go. We can just go even. Yeah, we can just go even. Yeah, I think I just go even. Let's attack first. Because if they block, which they shouldn't. You want to see the greedy play for science. Doesn't work like that, Chaos. Doesn't work like that. I'm gonna eat something with skews. They can go land, animate, den, attack. We just block. Where's the last last card in their hand. We're gonna attack, force lethal. Vigilance is so big game right now. Got it. That's our last card. So they can triple block, kill my tracker. That'd be an interesting line. They don't choose that line. They do not choose that line. Let's drain them. Okay. So it looks like Garbaggio time here. They're gonna block 2 creatures. Push, block, that's lethal. Alright, like I said, this is gonna be a lot tougher on the draw. Hopefully we can get a little lucky here. Briarbridge Tracker always impressive. Makes you really want 3, but there's just like no room. Well, we're gonna go to 6. We have a 3 of a kind. Not bad. Probably check raise this hand, you know. They will in a 6 as well. We keep this hand. Bottom a Death Cap Glade. This hand is promising. Excuse me. Kalitas is, or that 4th land for Kalitas is big game. And then now we can Scoos plus eat chick. We could get fucked if they have a BTE. They had a 1-lander and then they played Pathway and didn't do for green. That's really interesting. I think I'm gonna take the bait here. If they have a burn spell for this, that's one less burn spell for this Scoos that could take over the game. Because I don't want to take this too, and then we play the Scoos in the inner response. Scooz is so underrated in this format. I agree. Scooz is what carries green, low key. In this archetype for sure. You hate Soulscar Mage? Yeah, Soulscar Mage is definitely a pain in the ass for sure. Okay. Well, we're going to our turn 4. And we are at 20 life. I'm playing a Kalitas, so if they had any burn spells, I think they would have attacked again. So I think this is a good spot for us. I'm playing a Great Company list, and the 5-0 list had 2, and the board and self-spirit in the main, and it's a swap. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Oh, that's a good draw. Gonna end their whole career. It's funny. I wanted to play Briarbridge Tracker this turn, but I guess I'm going to settle for this. Okay. It's a mighty big Burning Tree Emissary, that's for sure. Where is our last card? Why are they still playing? That's funny. Why are they still playing? Casual, 25 life. We have successfully survived the onslaught. Okay, you have a 4-3. I'm gonna exile cards from our graveyard. We have no use for them. If they have like unlicensed hearse or something, I want to make their unlicensed hearse a lot worse. It's just free. It's literally free. Attack 5, 5, 8. So we can double sack. We'll attack with everything. Attack with everything. Give the option to double sack Kalitas if need be. I'd also just like let this go. But I will not let this go if this is the blocks. So we get 2 more zombies. Go up to 32. Play out a little Briarbridge Tracker. MVP of the fucking day. Here we go, opponent. Casual, 32 life. Cool. 4-1, baby. Let's go. We've been consistently 4-winning this deck with this deck. YOPY. So we lost to Mono Black. We beat Mono Red, Gruul, Don't remember the other ones. This deck is so close. Honestly, like, you'll take a 4-1 kiss instantly all the time, right? Like, we'll take it. It's nothing to get mad about. It's just an 80% win rate is like perfect. I'll gladly take an 80% win rate. I'm trying to look up what my last the matches earlier. Mono white, I believe, was 1, right? So it was we lost to mono black, mono gruel, I guess aggro, mono. I guess it was. I guess if you want to count brain shaming as gruel again, so it's mono red. Oh, and mono green. So we beat mono green. Yeah, we beat mono white. We beat mono green. We beat Atarka, aggro, and mono red, and then lost to mono black. So good league. I can't get over that hump. I get 4-1s. 4-1s is fine. I'd swap the Sheoldred and Kalitas numbers and call the main deck done. I think so too. I mean, if anything, we could always do like 2 Kalitas, 1 Sheoldred main, and then make this Kalitas an Elder Gargaroth too. 4-1, don't get clout. Absolutely, V Kelly. Unacceptable. I think that might just be the better call because it's like I don't think we rarely want 2 Kalitas, right? So we can think about what we're going to play tomorrow. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I do have to go, so we're going to draft this up real quick. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go 2 Kalitas, 1 Sheoldred. I think 4 trophies correct. I think the main deck is solid. I think 2 Briarbridge Tracker is fine, considering the fact that we have Kazandu Mammoth in that spot. I think this is a configuration I would try next. I think that is our the main thing for sure. I think I agree with both Chaos and Mark. I think this is the configuration we'll go with moving forward. And then again, it makes room for both the Gargaroth. I think Gargaroth is good against the aggro decks, and then the Bankbuster too. I think this is getting closer and closer. I do think that we want 3-4 jobs. I think just from a power level perspective, I think having both Sheoldred and Kalitas felt really good. The Mammoth was played out as a land, played out as a dude. This card continues to be very good for us. This could be a Whisperwood. I think I want to iron out these slots first because I'm gonna maybe play a couple more leagues and then I'm gonna shoot for mana traders. I think Gargaroth is just better, but I will end up trying Whisperwood. But I really appreciate it. Well, now I'm sad that I sold the Sheoldred. Oh, I mean, I'm still gonna run 1. I still think it's correct to run at least 1 Sheoldred Chaos. So if you have 1, keep it. Keep the Sheoldred. Oh, I'm sorry, Chaos. I'm sorry. You can just wait until standard rotates, or you can just make this into a 3rd Briarbridge Tracker. That's honestly fine. Just make it a 3rd Briarbridge Tracker. It's not that big of a deal. I think Kalitas is more important than Sheoldred, if anything. So. I really appreciate you tuning in and hanging out. If you want to support the channel, please hit that follow button if you haven't already. If you want to check out my past streams, go to my YouTube. All my streams go to YouTube. Generally, if they're good content. Follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Join my Discord where we have some productive discussions. This is where we kind of brewed this deck. Sub to me on YouTube. I think I just broke 800 subscribers, trying to hit that 1,000 sub mark. So if you haven't done so already, please do so. I'm hoping to have a celebration stream once hit 1K YouTube and probably 1K subs or 1K Twitch 2K Twitch followers too. I'm at like 1,800. Chaos, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate it. Congrats on the Golgari 450. So true. So true. All right, everyone. I really appreciate you tuning in and hanging out. My chat community is the best. I will not substitute my chat for anyone else. The support I've gotten is amazing. Followed up that with a few raids. Misplaced Ginger and the Control Freak both with the raids. Alcarer. Oh, I'm butchering your name. I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow, like I mentioned. I'm gonna be playing this list here. With the changes that I just discussed. I think this is going good and good. I think we're just getting closer and closer to where we want to be. Moving into the Mana Trader Qual event, and hopefully the RCQ in about a month for me. I really appreciate everyone hanging out. Let's send Fluffball some love. Fluffy is one of my favorite streamers, playing some Meat Hook. I think it's one of his favorite cards in Modern or just in general. So, hope to catch everyone tomorrow, same time, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Catch everyone then. Take care. Bye.